welcome. I'm sucking on a lozenge for my throat. But I hope those clips made you feel happy. Even if you're in a season of trying to conceive and you feel hopeless, I hope that they were able to give you hope. And I hope that the clips didn't make anybody feel less than or more stressed. And I do hope that you conceive soon and have that time of celebration because it feels so great. Welcome back. To those who are familiar, and hello, my name is Swee-tings for those who are new here. Today I'm talking about the moment that my husband and I found out that we were expecting and what life looks like immediately after. Once again, if you saw my most recent video, I'm getting over, well, I didn't have a voice for a few days, and today it came back, and I'm so happy. I'm so ready to feel better. I even had a pink eye for a few days, and it's just been, a lot of things have been happening, but we're good. We're good, and we get through it. So that we stay on track. Let's get right into it. I'll never forget the reason I decided to test was because I was assisting a patient and I started to feel nauseous because of what I was looking at. And that has never happened. And although I knew it was unordinary, this was 6 days before my missed period. Although I thought it was unordinary, I still had doubts because it's so hard to believe that a fetus could be in my womb. That was always something that I battled with after losing my fallopian tube, after knowing that my left ovary was not ovulating. I always just try to imagine actually being pregnant. Okay, so I felt nauseous and I still didn't test. Not until I was 11 days DPO, which stands for days past ovulation. On the 11th DPO, I decided, let's test. And this was the first time my husband did not give me any pushback. Very first time. We went to the pharmacy, I got the test. I remember kneeling on the floor in the bathroom and just dipping, well, squeezing, dripping my urine onto this pregnancy test. And within 3 seconds, as the urine passed over, a line showed up. And I'll put a picture here of the exact test. And the line, of course, it was not as dark as the control line, but you couldn't miss that. I'm sure you guys can see. You can't miss that. And I showed it to my husband and I said, there's a line. He said, yeah. I didn't record much of anything during my pregnancy because I was just so afraid. And for the next pregnancy, I'm gonna have a different mindset. But coming out of a ruptured ectopic pregnancy with emergency surgery and so much going on, accepting this new pregnancy was really, really hard. That's just me being honest. I went to work the Monday after I tested. I got my positive test, and I went immediately to one of the doctors on staff, and I told her, and she was able to order a bHCG for me. I'm so grateful. She's such a sweet lady, a sweet doctor. And I let the phlebotomist draw my blood, and they ran my test, and I was just like, I couldn't focused at work. I just kept counting the time, like, okay, they said it's gonna take this long. And then I started messaging some of the lab techs, like, is my result ready? And I got my result back, and the value was 48. So that was my first result. I waited until I got my actual value before I called my OBGYN. She is an amazing doctor. I would recommend her to anyone. When she heard, I can tell she was really excited, but she also wanted to be safe. And she said to me to repeat the blood work 2 more times. So every 2 days, I had to do another bHCG. So I had to get stuck a few times during this process. My second reading 2 days later was 116.7. My third reading 2 days after that was 219. She wanted me to do this, and this is called serial blood work. And this was to confirm that, or to help confirm that I wasn't having another ectopic pregnancy. Because this is what they have to do based on your history, if you had an ectopic pregnancy. Now, if you notice from 116 to 219, my second and third test, you see that the value didn't really double. The purpose of this is to see that values are doubling. So from 48 to 116, yeah, that more than doubled. But from 116 to 219, not so much. And I kind of panicked, okay? But this is reality. This is reality. Yes, on paper, we're told that the value should double, and that represents a healthy pregnancy. But realistically, everybody's value isn't going to perfectly double. The point is, it increased significantly, the value. On the third bHCG, I was also told by my OBGYN to test for my progesterone. This test was the most nerve-wracking. I mean, I was sweating bullets that day, waiting on my test results. The progesterone, she said, would determine if this is a uterine pregnancy, meaning in the uterus, where it's supposed to be. The value needed to be 20 and above. My value was 50. Let me tell you guys, after this set of blood work, after that first week, I was able to take a deep breath in and just breathe it all out. And I'm not exaggerating. It was really, really scary, that whole week of testing. But I'm so grateful that everything came out perfectly. And at this point, I was on the trajectory to having a healthy pregnancy. My OBGYN then, after she got all the results, she scheduled me for an early ultrasound. This is important because if there is an ectopic pregnancy, the earlier you know, the better. All I have for now, when I return with a better voice, I will talk more about the baby registry, the baby shower, and all of the other fun, cute stuff. So see you then, and thank you again for joining, and welcome to the new subscribers.